Welcome to Gazelles Softball on Yankton streaming on YouTube. Brought to you by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. This broadcast is made possible by the following Sportscaster Club members: Midwest Insurance Agency, Murph's Appliance, Yankton Thrive, Stockman's Motorsports, Les Schwab Tires, Linda's Angel Crossing, MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency, Vichet, Elwood Dental, Floortech Restoration, Angela's Mexican Store, Yankton Rexall, KFC Taco Bell, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, America's Best Realty, Larson Carpet, Anytime Fitness, King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, Yankton Medical Clinic, All Seasons Power Sports, Kaiser Heating and Cooling, JR's Oasis, Intech Cleaning and Restoration, The Bone Setter, Triple Time Rudy's, Meridian Photo, Graham Tire, Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, Kalen's Indoor Comfort, H&H Roofing, Boss's Pizza and Chicken, Wall of Fame, and Raven Books. Now, for the Anytime Fitness pregame show with the voice of Yankton Athletics, Zach Spear.
Play ball! And back at Yankton Sertoma Park for more Gazelles softball presented by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey with 2 locations, downtown and North Broadway, Yankton. Now for Game 2 of our final week of the regular season. This time it's the Yankton Gazelles hosting the Harrisburg Tigers in possibly the final game at Sertoma Park, unless, of course, Yankton gets to host a Sodak 16 game. Entering this one, the Gazelles, currently 8-10 and still at the 10 seed in AA. And right behind them is T-Area in 11th, who also won last night, and it is a close race right now. For the Harrisburg Tigers, they've had a great season. They're currently 16-1, which is good for the number 2 seed in AA, trailing only the undefeated Sioux Falls Jefferson Cavaliers, which, by the way, that was the Tigers' only loss of the season, and it was the first game of the year. They've won 16 straight. For Yankton, they played just yesterday, defeating the Watertown Arrows 5-2. Harrisburg comes off a game last night as well, defeating Aberdeen Central 17-0. Here's how the teams compare this year. Yankton offensively putting up 9 runs per game to Harrisburg's 13.3. And then defensively, Yankton giving up right around 9 runs per game, and Harrisburg only giving up 4. Their average run differential for each game, 9.3, favoring them. Last year when these teams matched up, it was a 17-1 victory for Harrisburg. Yankton is 1-9 this season against teams that are 500 or better, 7-1 against teams under 500. For Harrisburg, 10-1 against teams 500 or better, and 6-0 against teams under 500. And of course, certainly just looking at the numbers, they do favor the Harrisburg Tigers. There's a reason they're 16-1 while holding the 2 seed in the top class in the state. They put up a lot of runs while not giving up many. For Yankton, this would be a massive win if they pull it off here and go a long way to trying to host a playoff game, but they're going to need their best effort. Of course, they're coming off a game with no errors. We'll see how they bring that momentum into this one. Well, and for Harrisburg, they're fighting for the number 1 overall seed, so they certainly want to win this one as well. Should be in for a good one. As Yankton, it's going to be a kind of all-over-the-place lineup without Reese Gary and Kyra Churchma today, their usual starting pitcher and catcher. So we'll have a shift when we get later into our pregame and the starting lineups. This is your Anytime Fitness of Yankton pregame show. Let's make healthy happen. I got a chance to talk with both head coaches ahead of this matchup. It's Keith Flemmer for the Harrisburg Tigers. As always, head coach Jill Muth for the Gazelles. We'll step aside for a short break. When we return, that chat with head coach Keith Flemmer of the Harrisburg Tigers. It's all here on Yankton streaming on YouTube.
Stunning flowers from Pied Piper are the finishing touch on your most perfect wedding day. We are your full-service florist with the experience and knowledge to design the perfect wedding flowers, sure to make all your wedding flower dreams come true. Brides, bridesmaids, boutonnieres, corsages, ceremony reception, and all event work are our specialty. Your style, your day, your vision. Pied Piper Flowers makes it happen. Pied Piper Flowers, your wedding florist.
Hi, it's Linda. Welcome to my store located at 1101 Broadway in Yankton. The spring and summer clothes are in for the ladies, sizes 4 through 20. Update your closet with the newest fashions and some jewelry. The kids department, sizes 2 to 8, has Under Armour and Mayoro and others. I have baptism gowns and baby clothes 0 to 24 months. Stop in and look around. Gift certificates are available anytime.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family. We have an experienced and caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments. We take pride in educating our patients. Whether you need fillings, crowns or bridges, dental implants, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox, come visit us at 1818 Broadway Avenue. And remember, we take care of the entire family.
Hi, I'm Franny Kiefer with the Yankton School District Alumni Association. We strive to create a community of alumni and friends who support extracurricular and educational opportunities in the Yankton School District through scholarships, grants, innovative education opportunities, and staff appreciation. With us, you will keep connected to a community of Yankton School District alumni and friends all over. You can help continue to pay it forward and help future graduates. Register today at the Yankton School District Alumni Association website.
Yankton Rexall in the Meridian District, Yankton, for all your gifts and decor needs. It's the only place in town to find both Hallmark ornaments and cards for any occasion. They also have Willow Tree and Precious Moments collectibles, the perfect anniversary and wedding gifts, nativity scenes, Watkins products, and single Abdallah chocolates. The Yankton Rexall Pharmacy for all your prescription needs. Yankton Rexall at the corner of 3rd and Douglas, downtown Yankton.
On our Coaches Conversations, it's head coach Keith Flemmer of the Harrisburg Tigers. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Of course, that's great to hear, and your team has had a great season up to this point. Could you tell me about it so far?
Yeah, we've had a really good season. We're playing really good ball. We've played a couple of close games throughout the year, and then we've had some not-so-close games. And, what we've talked about is just making sure that we're playing the best ball going into this final week and then going into the postseason next week. So hopefully we can continue playing good ball and that we're playing the best of our ability up through next week.
And plenty of runs scored throughout the year. What has clicked so well offensively for your girls? Yeah,
our girls are just really seeing the ball really well. We talk a whole lot about their approach at the plate and what they're going to be doing. So I'm just having a really good approach at the plate and seeing the ball and knowing what pitches they're going to hunt is really important, and they're doing a really good job of executing that when they do get up to the plate too. And then could you tell me about the defensive side of the field? Yeah, defensively we're playing really well as well. We're a pretty upper class heavy team, so we know what we're doing. These girls play a whole lot of softball throughout the summer too, so they know what they're doing. They have their high expectations and high standards, and they play to them as well. So they do a great job. And now coming up, you take on the Yankton Gazelles. What are your thoughts on this matchup? Yeah, they're always a really well-coached team. They, again, know what they're supposed to be doing. They have a plan for when the ball gets hit to them. Our plan is just, again, to have a really solid approach at the plate, make sure that we hunt our pitches that we can hit, and we'll see what we can do. And who are some of the players on your team that we should expect to see making big plays? Yeah, we are really heavily led by our seniors. We have Leah, who usually does our catching. She is a girl that can play anywhere. Leah Knudsen can play anywhere, has a really great approach at the plate, can hit the ball anywhere, and then she's got speed to match, so she can do it all. Lex is our center fielder. She's a senior as well. She does a really great job, and she's a very vocal leader and does awesome. And then we got Hayden Nold, who plays right field and is kind of like the spirit of our team. She's so positive and brings a positive energy and a light for our team, and she does a really great job. And JC plays first base. She's a senior as well, and she hits the ball really, really hard. She is a great leader as well, and she just brings a whole lot of energy to the team too. So those four are we kind of go as they go, and they're going to lead us to the promised land.
And you talk about that promised land. What would it mean for you to see these girls, these seniors, to send them off with a possible chance at a state tournament here?
Yeah, we've talked about our potential all year long, and we know that's where we can play. It's just going to be, it's going to come down to one of the top 5 or 6 teams in the state. I think it can be anybody's ball game, and it would just mean a whole lot to the girls. They've put so much work, and all 4 of them came in as freshmen, and then to get over that hump as seniors would be so very special for them.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time. We'll see you in Yankton shortly.
Awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Again, that was head coach Keith Flemmer of the Harrisburg Tigers. Coming up next, our chat with head coach Jill Muth of the Gazelles, here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
What does FloorTech do? When disaster strikes, water damage, mold growth, or fire cleanup, call the team you can trust. FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration. They respond fast to protect your home or business and restore it the right way with honesty, integrity, and top-notch service. Their crews proudly serve southeast South Dakota and northeast Nebraska, including Yankton, Mitchell, Norfolk, and Sioux Falls. For 24/7 emergency service, call 800-507-1822. If your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech or visit them at floortechrestoration.com.
Your local KFC Taco Bell at 2504 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton offers 2 menus combined into one. Something for everyone at KFC Taco Bell. When your family's hungry and can't decide between crispy chicken and mashed potatoes or tacos, burritos, and protein bowls, well, you don't have to choose. Get the best of both worlds in one stop. Cool down with the legendary Baja Blast Freeze or heat things up with a variety of hot sauces. KFC Taco Bell Yankton. Why pick one when you can have both?
Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team specializing in all things heating and cooling, as well as heat and glow gas, wood, and electric fireplaces, humidifiers and dehumidifiers, and all styles of ductless mini-split systems. Whether you are building or remodeling, our team of innovative experts will get you the correct equipment and indoor air quality accessories you need for your home or business. Remember, Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team for all things heating and cooling for the past 77 years. Go Bucks and Gazelles.
Looking for a photo that actually looks like you, but better? At Meridian Photo, we specialize in capturing personality, not just poses. Whether it's headshots, high school seniors, family sessions, or team and individual sports photos, we'll make you look like a legend. We've just landed in the Meridian District of Yankton. Book your session today at meridian-photo.com or give us a call at 605-655-4598. Meridian Photo. Be you. You deserve it.
Looking to buy a home or maybe sell? Trust the name that puts you first. America's Best Realty. From your first showing to the final signature, their expert agents guide you every step of the way. Fast closings, top market value, and real service you can count on. Your dream home, they will find it. Selling fast, they will make it happen. Call America's Best Realty at 605-260-1600. America's Best Realty, because you deserve the best.
Back on our coaches' conversations, chatting with head coach Jill Muth of the Yankton Gazelles here. And coach, your team last in action as you took on the Watertown Arrows in a big win on senior night, 5-2 the final score. What did you see in that one?
Yeah, it was, I would say that was one of our better defensive games all year. We've had a couple of them where we've been pretty good, but I would say this one definitely was up there. And, we're with a new pitcher for the most part, and she came in and threw strikes and battled and made them put the ball in play. And then we, behind her, were really good defensively. So I hope that's something that we can keep rolling, but that's, what we want to see is if we can be good defensively. And then, on the offensive side, we did just enough. We got just enough hits to come out with the win, and we'll take a 5-2 win anytime.
A win is a win, as they say. Mm-hmm. But, it felt like Watertown probably put together one of their best games of the season as well. They only had 1 error. Your team, no errors. What does it say about your team to be able to compete with teams at their best and still come out on top?
Yeah, we are. That's our goal every night. To go out and play some clean defense and score enough runs to win the game, which we did tonight. Just by the hair of our chinny chin chin. And look at me quoting all sorts of literature, right? Don't tell anybody I'm a math teacher. Anyway, but yeah, we will take this win. It was a nice team win, absolutely. We could name off 6 people that did great things for us tonight. Starting with Brenna Elwood, starting with Jocelyn Burns, Brooklyn King, Kyra Churchma, Maddie Musfeld. Eliza Gurney, that first play of the game kept that girl from getting inside the park. It got by her, it just took a kind of a hop, and she made a dive for it and kept the girl at third. And just lots of things that made a big difference in a 5-2 game. So a lot of girls out there making a lot of plays tonight that gave us the W.
And another player who did make a big impact, Callie Koletsky. I don't have a tracker for how many catches she had in the game, but she probably had a third of the ounce defensively.
Well, I would say she's good out there, isn't she? She's fun to watch. She's fast, she's aggressive, she gets good reads on the ball, and she just goes and tracks them down. And it makes our outfield defense just that much better because she covers so much ground.
And now coming up, you've got the Harrisburg Tigers here, a very good team. What are you expecting to see from them?
Yeah, they're a good team. They're going to come out and play really good on the offensive side and be really good on the defensive side, and they got a good pitcher, so it's going to be a battle. We're going to hopefully go out there and do what we can, like we've talked about all year, swinging at good pitches and try to play clean defense and see if we can go out and get one from them.
And what kind of momentum does it build for your team as we enter the last couple games of the season to get such a big win on senior night?
Yeah, absolutely. It was big for us, to get to, 8 wins on the season. The first year, I think we started with 12 wins, and then in the regular season, in the last couple of years, I think we've had 6 or 7. So it's nice to get over that, and hopefully we can get to a few more than that. So we're hoping to keep it rolling and see what we can do. These girls are good softball players. We've got a lot of good softball players. They do a lot of good things. They know how to play softball, so that's what we're letting them do, is just go out and play.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time. As always, we'll talk with you after the game.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Zach.
And that was head coach Jill Muth of the Yankton Gazelles here on our Coaches Conversations. Up next, Yankton, their final home game of the season, unless they host a Sodak 16 game, coming right up on Yankton streaming on YouTube.
Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy. And convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
Dive into the delicious all-you-can-eat Asian buffet, featuring mouth-watering Asian cuisine like broccoli beef, general chicken, sesame chicken, so much more. Or choose from a fresh selection of meats, noodles, rice, vegetables, Asian-inspired sauces, and watch them sizzle on the Mongolian grill. Plus tantalizing desserts, including ice cream. Get your fill at King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, North Broadway, Yankton.
Weather around here gets pretty crazy. Are you sure the weather hasn't caused damage to your roof? Let Justice at H&H Roofing in Yankton take any roof damage worries away. He'll come and inspect your roof. Even if you've had an inspection, get a second opinion or re-inspection for your peace of mind. H&H Roofing has built their reputation on working to satisfy homeowners for years. Family owned and operated. H&H Roofing is bonded and insured. Contact Justice today.
Do you like to read? I love to read. So does Rabin Books, your unique bookstore in Yankton, where you'll find thousands of books from brand new to gently used oldies but goodies, all at unbeatable prices. Trade in your old favorites for credit and be able to explore something new. Whether you're a casual reader or a bookworm, Rabin Books is your next chapter, located at 804 Bill Baggs Road. Rabin Books, where every book finds a home.
If you're into hunting, fishing, towing, or just want to blaze the trail, All Seasons has ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, and scooters from quality brands like Honda, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Needing watercraft? All Seasons has a large selection of quality boats and wave runners, and we take pride in service after the sale. We have friendly certified technicians that will winterize, summarize, diagnose, and repair your power sports equipment. In business for over 20 years for good reasons. We're All Seasons, Power Sports and Marine in Yankton.
And back at Sertoma Park to continue on with our Anytime Fitness of Yankton pregame show, as it's the Yankton Gazelles hosting the Harrisburg Tigers. This is the second to last game here for the Gazelles of this season, as we do have an update on that T-area game. It was originally supposed to be played Monday. It was then moved to Friday at 4, and it has been moved yet again. So tomorrow morning at 9:30, the Gazelles varsity will be in action against the T-area Titans. JV starting at 8 o'clock. Again, that is tomorrow morning, JV at 8, varsity at 9:30, and it's against T-Area in T-Area. We'll have the varsity game live here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube. So if you can't get off of work for back-to-back days from today and tomorrow, tune into Yankton streaming on YouTube. We will have all the action, as coming up we've got a game between the Gazelles and the Tigers here today. Last in action, Yankton played last night where they took on the Watertown Arrows, and what was one of the cleanest games we've seen all season long. One total error through 6.5 innings combined from both teams. Yankton with no errors, Watertown with just one. Your final stats in that game, Yankton won 5-2. Callie Koletsky at the plate went 0 for 3. Ava Gerard went 0 for 3 at the plate. Jocelyn Burns was 2 for 3 at the plate with 2 doubles. Kyra Churchman went 1 for 3, hitting a single. Did also reach on an error as well. September Rao went 1 for 3, doubling up in her first at-bat, and then later had an RBI off of a ground out to shortstop. Brooklyn King went 1 for 3 with a double and 3 RBIs, and what was arguably the biggest hit of the game, as it was the bottom of the 6th. Yankton led 1 and really was looking to maybe give themselves a little buffer entering that final inning, and with a couple of runners on, Brooklyn King was able to knock him home and got a double, and score remained at 5-2 after that hit. Isabel Sheldon went 1 for 2 at the plate. She hit a single with an RBI and was walked as well. Madison Musfelt was 0 for 3 in the game. Eliza Gurney was 0 for 2. And Brenna Elwood went the full distance, pitching all 7 innings, giving up 8 hits with 2 runs, only one of which was earned, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. It was a great game for Brenna Elwood, pitching in place of Reese Gary, who was not with the team yesterday or today, as well as Kyra Churchman, not listed on the sheet for Yankton today. Yankton against Watertown went 6 of 25 at the plate with 5 RBIs. Were only walked 1 time. Lauren Hirsch for the Arrows had a great game pitching. They struck out 5 times but put up 5 runs, giving up only 2 runs and 0 errors in the field. So really a great game for Yankton. We'll see how they try to build off of that one into this one as they host the Harrisburg Tigers. And a player in the field who really stood out, as we talked about with head coach Jill Muth, was Callie Koletsky. I did not keep track or count up after the game how many catches she had in center field, but I would say she had to have had at least a third of the outs for Yankton, as we do have one replay from last night's game I'd like to show you. It is a diving effort in center field by Callie Koletsky. A little tough to see as it gets a little far out there, but you'll see Koletsky having to run up and dive towards it, and obviously the reaction by the rest of her teammates. It was pulled in and wasn't out, and certainly a big part of the reason why the Gazelles were able to win. Madison Musfelt also had a great day in the field at first, had a couple of line drives hit as hard as he can hit a ball about, and scooped them both up, touching first. And Yankton just has a team. It was a great defensive effort. If you can play a full 7 innings in the field with 0 errors and you'll give up 2 runs, you did pretty good. And Brenna Elwood also did a great job pitching for the Gazelles, as I believe she should get the start here today as well. So only confusion is with the Gazelles and the flex player. Technically listed Emma Sloan is the pitcher for Yankton, but she's also listed as the flex with Brenna Elwood in the batting lineup as the designated player. In high school softball rules, you need to start with a flex in your lineup. So we'll see if Emma Sloan does take into the circle for Yankton or if it'll be Brenna Elwood. I do believe it'll be Brenna Elwood, but we'll just have to see as we Step aside for a moment. When we return, we should have the coaches meeting over the plate with the umpires into our starting lineups on the field and our national anthem, as first pitch is slated for about 12:40 here at Sertoma Park. Appreciate you tuning in here on Yankton streaming on YouTube. I'm Zach Spear, and hopefully in for a great game here today. The weather is great weather for softball.
From simple sniffles to complex health conditions, the primary care providers at Yankton Medical Clinic will not only see you for your annual visits, screenings, and preventative care, but also provides care for the entire family, from pediatrics to adults. With 4 clinic locations and 15 outreach locations throughout South Dakota and Nebraska, compassionate, quality medical care is closer than you think. For more information on providers, services, and locations, visit our website, yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
Midwest Insurance Agency values family. Our agency has been family-run for over 60 years. We pride ourselves on excellent, knowledgeable customer service. This day and age, everyone is so eager to have an immediate response with a quote. But at Midwest Insurance, we take our time and evaluate your assets and make sure you are properly insured. We take those what-ifs very seriously. As we continue on our family business with hopes of our children, Brooke or Jet, taking over in the future, we will continue to be there for you always. Come be a part of our family. Midwest Insurance Agency, 3016 Piper Street, Yankton.
I knew I should have had those brakes checked at Graham Tire. It's all about safety. Tire mounting, balancing, wheel alignment, and shocks and struts and batteries, oil changes, and lube service. Graham Tire does these every day. And there's over an acre of tires. Graham Tire has them all, big and small. Tires for cars, trucks, campers, trailers, big rigs, and tracks. Honesty and integrity is a matter of pride since 1951. Graham Tire, Yankton.
And back here on the field, as it is moments away from first pitch here, as right now both head coaches, it's Keith Flemmer for the Tigers and Jill Muth for the Gazelles here, meeting over home plate with the umpires and Yankton AD Ryan Morse as we are getting set up to roll here, as we are just moments away from our starting lineup and national anthem, as things rolling a little bit ahead of time here on the field, as it has been kind of for a lot of the games so far this season. A lot of times that JV game gets done a little bit early, and for the first year here, Yankton with a rolling schedule at Sertoma Park. As the coaches break away from home plate, the Yankton school song being played here on the field, as that means it is nearly game time here for these two teams. Again, the Gazelles, the 10 seed in AA, Harrisburg, the number 2 seed. And Yankton would really love to get up into the top 8 seed to try and host a Sodak 16 game. But right now they are about not quite a full seed point behind Brookings, who is the current 9 seed. And then Sioux Falls Lincoln, Yankton trails by about 1.5 seed points. And just definitely feels like Yankton would need to win here today to try and jump up into that top 8. For Harrisburg, again, the number 2 seed. And they're not far out from the number 1 seed behind Sioux Falls Jefferson. So the two teams combined for a 34-1 record. Sioux Falls Jefferson's 18-0 and Harrisburg 16-1. Tigers trailing the Cavaliers by about 0.35 seed points. So it's the first seed has not been clinched, but it feels like the first 2 seeds have been, as Harrisburg currently with a 1.5 seed point lead over the 3rd seeded Sioux Falls Washington Warriors. So for Yankton, probably a lot more to gain here with a win today than Harrisburg, but you got to play every game. As Coach Flemmer said, just go out and play our best ball. And so we'll see which team comes out firing right away, as it's time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling of Yankton and Vermilion. For all your heating and cooling needs, it's Larry's Heating and Cooling, anytime, any day. We open with the visiting number 2 seeded Harrisburg Tigers, 16-1 on the season, and they are coached by Keith Flemmer. To lead off this game will be the catcher number 11, Leah Knutson. On deck will be the left fielder number 13, Elise Gross. Batting third for the Tigers, the designated player number 20, Peyton Laframboise. And the cleanup hitter for the Tigers, first baseman number 19, J.C. Olson. After her, the center fielder, it's number 4, Alexis Fye. Batting sixth in the sixth spot on the field at shortstop is number 12, Kennedy Kokenge. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 1, it's Maya Gibson. In the circle to start for the Tigers here, batting eighth is number 5, Reese Moody. And to round off the batting lineup for the Harrisburg Tigers, the second baseman, number 6, Anna Simonik. Also playing the field for Harrisburg, the right fielder and flex player, number 8, it's Hayden Nold. The Tigers' reserves in this one are Hartley Whitmire, Kylie Visker, Quinn Peters, Stella Dispro, and Riley Pasick. The starting lineup now for your Yankton Gazelles, the home team on the field here, the 8-10 record and 10th seed in AA, coached by Jill Muth. Leading things off will be the center fielder, number 3, it's Callie Koletsky. Over in left field, batting second, number 8, Ava Gerard. Batting third for Yankton, the shortstop, number 2, Jocelyn Burns. For the first time of the season in the cleanup spot, the second baseman, number 6, Brooklyn King. Batting fifth and playing third will be number 12, September Rao. Behind home plate for Yankton, the number 10, Isabel Sheldon. And hitting seventh, it will be the designated player who will be pitching, number 24, Brenna Elwood. At first base, batting eighth, number 1 is Madison Musfeld. And to round off the starting lineups for the Gazelles, the right fielder, number 22, Eliza Gurney. And in the flex spot will be number 15, Emma Sloan. The reserves for Yankton include Jordan Kudera, Brooke Devine, Olivia Puck, Hannah Chrisman, Keely Mosier, and Isabel Gurney. As here on the field, it is time for our national anthem, as we will keep it live for that. And coming up, the first pitch of the game. And again, that was your national anthem here on the field, as it's the Gazelles in the field first and the Tigers at the plate to open this one. Leading off will be Leah Knutson with Elise Gross on deck and Peyton Laframboise in the hole. It's all here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube. Coming up, our first pitch.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Imagine working for a successful global business with customers in 140 countries. That's Vishay Intertechnology, a Fortune 1000 maker of electronic componentry. Now imagine a company of that size with that kind of stability and a caring family-like environment. Learn more about what you can do at Vishay by visiting VishayCareers.com. Vishay is an equal opportunity employer. Vishay, the DNA of tech.
And back here on the field as we load up our Fox Top of Yankton scoreboard, it will be Brenna Elwood pitching here for Yankton. Leah Knutson leading off for the Harrisburg Tigers. Elise Gross awaits on deck, and Peyton Laframboise in the hole. Knutson will be the catcher for the Tigers in the bottom half of the innings. A 2-0 count here for Knutson, the leadoff hitter for Harrisburg, as she'll take a cut at that one. Into right field it goes. Gurney tracking it down, and she'll bring it in for our first out of the game. And it brings up Elise Gross to the plate. Yankton got the first one, and sometimes that's what you need just to get the defense in the right mindset. It can be so hard working with base runners when you don't have an out yet. Elise Gross, the left fielder, now at the plate here, as that one hit high up and towards first base as Musfeldt calls off the rest of her team and drifts into it. She'll pull it in for a catch. So a quick 2 outs here at the plate for the Tigers, a team that puts up just over 13 runs per game, and it brings up Peyton Laframboise to the plate, the designated player here for Harrisburg, and on deck the cleanup hitter in J.C. Olson. Brenna Elwood with 4 pitches and now 5. Brooklyn King, the diving effort, pulls it in, and it's 3 up, 3 down. What a start for the Gazelles here as Brooklyn King, a highlight play. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base as we watch that replay here, brought to you by Yankton Winnelson. Second generation, family owned, and supporting the local community, including Yankton Athletics since 1981. We're already through our first half inning of action. It's tied up still 0-0 when we return. Yankton at the plate.
There's a whole new world out there. It's called the off-road, and it's waiting to be explored in a Polaris. So gear up to make every moment count with the Polaris off-road vehicle. The new Polaris models are now available at Stockman's Motorsports in Yankton. No matter the weather, get ready to tackle all the trails. With machines like these, your world just gets bigger. Stop in at Stockman's Motorsports today to learn more about the epic new Polaris off-road lineup.
Doctors Lane, Reed, and Cole Swatsky make up the SWAT Chiropractic team. Check out their new location at 2000 Summit Street, Yankton, South Dakota. At SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, they'll treat your neck and back pain, headaches and migraines, plantar fasciitis, sciatica, sports injuries, elbow, knee, rotator cuff, nerve injuries, and more. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy. Let them get you ready for wherever life leads you.
And now the bottom half of the first inning as Yankton was able to get a quick 3-up, 3-down inning defensively. Now looking for a hot start at the plate. Callie Koletsky to lead things off with Ava Gerard on deck. Jocelyn Burns in the hole. It'll be Reese Moody firing away for the Tigers. Behind home plate, Leah Knutson. They make up the battery here defensively for the Tigers. Koletsky takes a cut at the first pitch, fouls it off, 0-1 the count. That, I believe, was our first foul ball. Everything else has been put into play. 0-1 the count here for Moody. Sends it high to Koletsky, 1-1 the count. Tigers 16-1 on the season. Yankton 8-10. It is the second to last game of the regular season for the Gazelles, as the next one sent in low, ball 2. Koletsky, coming off a great defensive effort, now wants that bat to start rolling here in this one, as that one sent in a called strike 2. Even up in the count at 2-2 as Koletsky works against Reese Moody for the Tigers. Ava Gerard on deck, looking to time up Moody so she's prepared. And Koletsky now finds herself with a full count as that one bounces off the turf. Nice job by Knutson to scoop it up. And a full count here for Callie Koletsky. If it's close, you got to be swinging. We'll see how Koletsky plays it. Moody, the payoff pitch, sends it in, and it's fouled off by Koletsky. So Koletsky sends it down the third baseline. It's in foul territory. It was scooped up by Maya Gibson. And you got to think, if it's sent over to third base, Koletsky's always got a chance to outrun it. Another 3-2 pitch, and once again, Koletsky will foul it out of play, and she's going to make Reese Moody work in the circle. Reese Moody has fired in 4 strikes already here in this at-bat. Koletsky's fouled off a number of them. 3-2 again, and ball 4. Callie Koletsky reaches off the walk. A great at-bat for the leadoff hitter for Yankton. Moody, her first walk of the game, and it brings up Ava Gerard to the plate. 1 runner on first, no outs. A fresh count here as Gerard fouls that one off 0-1. Koletsky had taken off for second. She'll now be forced to trot back over to first. This is a Tigers team that only gives up 4 runs per game. 0-1 the count here as Gerard no swing. It's low, ball 1. The 1-1 count here. Moody sends it in, low and inside, ball 2. And we have not seen Koletsky take off for second since that first pitch. You wonder if it was a hit-and-run design, but it was fouled off. 2-1 the count here for Gerard, working against Moody, and fouls off another one, 2-2. Yankton with 5 foul balls already here in just their first 2 batters. I can make things tough on a pitcher, but Reese Moody looking to pick up the first out for her team defensively here. Gerard back up the middle. It is off of Moody's glove. She wanted to send it to second. Instead, will get the out at first. Koletsky advances. Gerard will ground out a 1-3 put-away. But the right hit could score Koletsky now from second with Jocelyn Burns at the plate. Jocelyn Burns has been one of the top hitters of the season for Yankton, as on the year batting a near 500, 475 from the junior. She'll sit on the first pitch. It's a called strike 1. Oh, 1 the count here. Burns sees Koletsky on second. Would love to score her and give her team the lead as that one driven into left field. Off of the glove, it's going to bounce, and that's an error on Harrisburg. An unexpected error. That ball gets by. Burns is going to take off for second, and the Tigers are just going to let her take it. So runners on second and third here for Yankton with Brooklyn King to the plate. An opportunity for some runs here for Yankton. Brooklyn King came up with a huge clutch hit last night against Watertown that drove in 2 runs. It was a 2 RBI double. King at the plate, September Rao on deck. Callie Koletsky's made her way to third, and Burns is that driven into right field. Yankton's going to score off of it. Muth wants to send for another one, and Yankton the 2-0 lead. Brooklyn King, another clutch hit for the Gazelles, and Yankton on the board first. Koletsky and Burns both come across to score. Brooklyn King gets the first base hit of the game here for Yankton. A 2 RBI single, and September Rao now at the plate. "1-0 after the first pitch. It's low and inside. Rao looking to keep this inning up for the Gazelles, as this game started about as good as Yankton could have hoped for. A 3-up, 3-down inning to Harrisburg at the plate. And now here, putting up 2 runs to take a lead in the first inning of action. 1-1 the count here for September Rao at the plate. Moody sends it in. It's low, ball 2. Knutson keeps it in front. That will force Brooklyn King to remain at first. A 2-1 count here. Rao doubled up in her first at bat last game, now faces a 3-1 count. It's a hitter's count. A great start for these Gazelles. Looking to add on some extra runs here as a 3-1 count. Rao fouls it off hard. Now the count full yet again for Reese Moody in the circle. Last time she fired a couple of strikes. They were both fouled off by Koletsky and ended up in a walk, which resulted in the first run of the game. Then an error in center field, and that can be the difference in your game. It just shows how important those plays are, and Rao is going to take first with a walk. Yankton back with 2 runners again. Isabel Sheldon will step up to the plate here. She's got runners on first and second with just 1 out. It is the second walk of the game for Reese Moody, and Yankton another opportunity with Sheldon at the plate. Brenna Elwood awaits on deck. It's fouled off of the bat of Sheldon into the glove of Knutson 0-1. The 0-1 count here. Moody sends it in again, and Sheldon gets a piece of it. High up over to left field it goes. In foul territory, it is brought in and caught for out number 2. Now with 2 outs, runners on first and second, Brenna Elwood takes to the plate. Don't have the final JV stats, but did see her with a nice base hit earlier in the day at the JV level. Sits on the first pitch, 0-1 the count. It's a pitcher's duel between Reese Moody and Brenna Elwood, our first of the game. The 0-1 from Moody. Sends it in, finds the outside zone. 0-2 now the count, and Elwood will be forced to protect. Elwood at the plate, Madison Musfelt on deck. An 0-2 advantage for Reese Moody and the Tigers in the field. And Elwood fouls it off, so doing what she can as a hitter, fighting it off with a couple of strikes. That's really all you can ask of your hitter. 0-2 the count remains. Another one sent in, just misses outside. That one just an inch or 2 further than the one that was called a strike earlier. And a good hold off there by Elwood. It's a good miss, though, by Reese Moody as well. I say it often, if you're up 0-2 in the count, send it just a little outside. Elwood, another foul ball, drove that one hard towards the right field side, out of play, so no chance at it for the Tigers. And the thing is, as I was kind of saying with that 0-2, throw it outside, even 1-2 sometimes, throw it outside. See if you can get them to chase it, and if not, all right, I've still got a couple more to throw here. So Elwood, a couple of foul balls hanging in there with 2 strikes on her. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, and runners on first and second. Elwood again fouls it off. Musfelt waits on deck. Eliza Gurney in the hole, and that would be the 7, 8, 9 hitters. As Elwood hitting 7th in the lineup today. 1-2 the count here, and Elwood yet again a foul ball. Fighting hard in there and making Moody work for it. It is tough as a pitcher to continue firing strikes. Right now, Moody doing that well. It is not an easy task. 1-2 the count. Elwood, another foul ball. Let's keep it rolling. The runner's probably thinking, all right, let's send one fair here. We're sick of trotting back to whatever base we're at. Yet again, another 1-2 count here for Reese Moody in the circle. Sends it in. It misses just outside, and Brenna Elwood now working her way back into the count. 2-2. 2 outs. Deuces are wild. Moody steps back onto the rubber, winds up, sends it in. It's low and in. Ball 3, count is now full. Moody with 2 walks already in this first inning, trying to avoid number 3. Elwood, though, still having to protect. It's a full count here with 2 outs, and it's sent in. It'll be rung up for strike 3, and that will wrap up our first inning of action A good one for the Gazelles as Yankton puts up 2 runs off of 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We enter the second inning of action. It's Yankton leading 2-0 when we return the cleanup hitter J.C. Olson to lead things off for the Tigers here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Group's bedroom groups by Laguna and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Back to the field after our first inning. It is 2-0. Yankton leads on the Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. The Fox Stop at the corner of West City Limits Road and 30th Street, Yankton. A full-service convenience store with hot food, Godfather's Pizza, personal pizzas, sandwiches, munchies, and beverages. Pay at the pump, gas and diesel fuel, firewood, and propane exchange. Tigers an opportunity back at the plate here as J.C. Olson to lead things off. Alexis Fye on deck. That one comes across high, ball 1. Then in the hole for Harrisburg is Kennedy Kokenge, the shortstop. At the plate for Harrisburg, they hit the ball 3 times, but it was 3 up, 3 down as that one rocked into center field. A no-doubter. That one's out of here. J.C. Olson will touch them all. J.C. Olson got every last bit of that ball, sends it out past center field, and she will get the run started here for the Tigers. And right away, she'll show why she's the cleanup hitter here for Harrisburg. 2-1, your new score. Alexis Fye now at the plate. Kennedy Kokenge on deck. No runners, no outs. As Olson made it easy on her teammates, not having to hit her in. Elwood sends it in, gets a called strike 1. The 0-1 misses for a ball. The thing is with these teams like Harrisburg that are so good, 16-1, it's not, okay, we just got to get past their top 4, top 5 of the lineup. They're good hitters from 1 through 9, and Yankton is going to have to keep up the good defense that we've seen as of late. 1-2 the count after that one's fouled off. Brenna Elwood leads in the count 1-2. Yankton looking for that first out here in the top of the second. Alexis Fye at the plate holds off. Count now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, a hard hit grounder as Burns, the diving effort at shortstop, will not be able to pull it in. A single off of the bat of Alexis Fye. So back-to-back hits for the Tigers, and Kennedy Kokenge at the plate. And if you're the Tigers, that's exactly how you like to bounce back. A couple of base hits right out of the gates in this second inning. Their 6th hitter in the lineup now here. Kennedy Kokenge at the plate. Takes ball 1. Maya Gibson awaits on deck. As every player in the Tigers lineup has put the ball into the field here. 3 outs, 2 hits. That one fouled back, 1-1 the count. And Brenna Elwood has thrown strikes here to open this one. She did a great job last night against Watertown. Through 7 innings, only 2 walks and 2 runs given up. That one shot deep into left field. Another no-doubter for Harrisburg. And out of nowhere, they're going to take the lead. Kennedy Kokenge launched that one off the bat deep into left field, and Harrisburg their first lead of the game. It's 3-2. Maya Gibson now at the plate here, and tough to follow up those last 3, 2 home runs and a single here. Tigers are hitting the ball hard. Maya Gibson at the plate. Reese Moody awaits on deck. Yankton still looking for that first out here of the inning. First one bounces off the turf, ball 1. Elwood's next one. That one hit into deep left field. Ava Gerard is backing up, and we've got another home run. That one looked like Gerard was going to have a chance for it, but Gibson sends it out of left field as well. 4 hitters, 3 home runs this inning for Harrisburg. Those are tough if you're the Yankton defense because, well, there's nothing you can do about that. Reese Moody will bat for the first time here for Harrisburg. On deck, Anna Simonik. It's their 8 and 9 hitters of the lineup. The Tigers really quickly showed why they put up 13 runs per game. I'm guessing that 3 up, 3 down first inning was a little bit of an anomaly for them. Moody now at the plate. Her team leads by 2 after putting up 4 runs here in the top of the second. (1-0) the count here, and this one hit high up into right field as Callie Koletsky nearly lost it, but brings it in for an out. Now a sigh of relief for the Gazelles. He got the out. Now let's start to roll here defensively. For the Tigers, though, only facing 1 out, and Anna Simonik at the plate, no runners on. Fresh count here. It's the first at bat for Simonik. Her first pitch off of the turf, it bounces 1-0. Our game started at about 12:45. First pitch originally slated for 1, but with the rolling schedule here on the field, as a line drive into center field, Callie Koletsky right there pulls it in again. She continues to impress in center field. So now Yankton deals with 2 outs here. Again, Yankton's final regular season game will be tomorrow. It'll be in the morning, 9:30 a.m. against the T-Area Titans. Leah Knutson now at the plate, her second time, as she flew out to right field to open our game here. No runners on, 2 outs, and a hard-hit grounder. King scoops it up again, and that will be brought in for out number 3. Brooklyn King, another great play at second base as we watch the replay brought to you by Yankton Winnelson. For the Tigers, 4 runs off of 4 hits, no errors in the field, and none left on base. They lead for the first time here. It's 4-2 as we enter the bottom of the second. Leading things off when we return will be Madison Musfelt for the Gazelles with Eliza Gurney on deck.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
Craving something boss-level delicious? Come out to Boss Pizza and Chicken, where flavor meets delicious and delicious meets drooling. Your taste buds won't be the same when you taste the bold flavors of Boss Pizza and Chicken. From crispy chicken to juicy burgers to handcrafted specialty pizzas, Boss has it all. Serving lunch and dinner Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. That's why they're the boss. Boss Pizza and Chicken, just waiting to crush your cravings.
Back onto the field, it's a 4-2 lead for the number 2 seeded Harrisburg Tigers. Yankton back at the plate, though, after putting up 2 runs in their first inning, as Madison Musfelt leads us off with Eliza Gurney on deck. A bunt attempt from Musfelt as that one fouled up into the net. 0-1 the count. Reese Moody firing in for the Tigers here, as she started the game as well. Just outside on that one, 1-1 the count. One ball, 1 strike here. Yankton looking for some runners and possible runs as the next one bounces in, ball 2. Musfelt leads in the count 2-1. A swing and a miss there evens it up at 2-2. The 2-2 here. Reese Moody winds up, sends it in, and again, off of the turf it bounces. Count is now full. The 3-2 count here for the leadoff hitter for Yankton. It's sent in, and it'll be rung up for strike 3. And Moody will get her second strikeout of the game in back-to-back hitters, looking back at the third out of the first inning. And it brings up Eliza Gurney to the plate here. 1 out she faces, no runners on. Gurney sits on the first pitch, hits the outside zone, 0-1 the count. Now a 1-1 count. As Moody, it seems like pretty consistent pitches. You either get a strike slightly outside or off the turf. And that one again hits the outside zone. 1-2. Koletsky in the top of Yankton's lineup awaits on deck. Gurney down 0-2 in the count as, or 1-2, she fouls it off. And that's a perfect just foul it off until you get one you maybe like a little bit more. That one kind of hit that same spot of those first 2 called strikes that Gurney didn't swing at. But with 2 strikes, you're kind of forced into that position. 1-2 again, and a swing there and ticked it, but it will be strike 3 as it ends up in Knutson glove. So 2 up, 2 down here for Yankton, and Callie Koletsky now at the plate for the Gazelles as they look to 2-out rally here. Koletsky at the plate, Gerard on deck. Koletsky took a good cut at that one, missed it 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here. Koletsky's going to hold off, thought about swinging as we'll have a correction. So it'll be an 0-2 count here for Callie Koletsky. Two outs, no runners on, and Koletsky lines it back up the middle. A base hit for Callie. She reaches again. She's managed to get on base in both at-bats here of the game, and it brings up Ava Gerard to the plate. It's the second hit for Yankton in this one. Gerard grounded out to Reese Moody back up the middle. As that one misses ball 1, throw down to first, and sliding back safely is Callie Koletsky. Jocelyn Burns awaits on deck. Gerard at the plate. As Gerard will foul that one off. It's now 1-1 the count. One ball, 1 strike, Reese Moody. Trying to shut out the Gazelles here in the second inning as a low pitch for ball 2. Two on the count here, and Burns fouls it off. Gerard fouls it off towards Burns at the on-deck circle. Bottom of the second inning here. Yankton A runner on first, 2 outs they face. 2-2 the count. Moody sends it back in home and high for ball 3. Count is now full. Count full. We've had a handful of these already here for the Gazelles at the plate. The 3-2, it's low and inside, and a walk here. 2 runners on for Burns at the plate. Koletsky over to second. Ava Gerard now on first with the walk. Jocelyn Burns at the plate, an opportunity for an RBI, possibly 2. Burns reached on an error in her first at-bat. That was that line drive to center field. Pitch is low and blocked forward. A great job by Leah Knutson to keep the runners put. A lot less pressure if you can keep the runners on first and second rather than second and third. The 1-0 is Burns no swing, but that's good for a strike. So far, a good game here at Sertoma Park. 4-2, the Tigers lead it. As Burns puts that one up and over to right field side. It'll bounce foul. Had that one landed fair, could have been dangerous for the Tigers defense. Was kind of wrapping around first base there and just pushed it a little too far that side. Now 1-2 the count here for Reese Moody and Jocelyn Burns. Brooklyn King, the cleanup hitter for Yankton in today's game, awaits on deck. The 1-2, Burns will foul it straight back, and she'll see at least one more here. Count will stay the same. One and two the count here. Burns works against Moody. And she'll hang off, but it's called for strike 3. And that wraps up our second inning of action. Moody with her 4th strikeout. She got all 3 herself. No runs for Yankton off of 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 2 complete innings, it is 4-2. Harrisburg leads the Yankton Gazelles. Leading things off for the Tigers when we return will be Elise Gross with Peyton Laframboise on deck.
MT and RC Smith Insurance has been a part of the Yankton community since 1949. Our agency would love to help you with your home, auto, business, life, and long-term care insurance needs.
We take pride in providing you with quality service when you have a claim or need to make changes to your coverage.
The MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency is flexible to meet with you in person or at the office at 204 West 4th Street. Give them a call for insurance changes, payments, claims, or service requests.
4-2, Harrisburg leads it here. It's been a good one through the first 2 innings of action. Yankton off to the early 2-0 lead after 1 inning, and then the Tigers putting up 4 runs last inning. 3 of those runs all coming in solo shot home runs off of the bats of J.C. Olson, Kennedy Kokenj, and Maya Gibson. Elise Gross will lead off our 3rd inning of action here for the Tigers. And she is 0 for 1, flew out to first base in her lone at bat so far this game. No swing, but it is called for strike 1. Gross, the left fielder here for the Tigers. 0-1 the count. Now 1-1. It's the leadoff hitter here. Yankton trying to open it with an out. That one finds its way to the zone again. 1-2. No swing there from Gross. Elwood leads in the count. 1-2 here. In a midday showdown between Yankton and Harrisburg. That one just a touch more inside, ball 2. Two the count, and that one misses from Elwood. 3-2 the count. A full count, and I believe the first one that Brenna Elwood has had in the circle. Elise Gross at the plate. Hangs off. She's rung up for strike 3, and Brenna Elwood will get her first strikeout of the game. Peyton LaFramboise now at the plate. Grounded out to second earlier. That was our first replay of the game as Brooklyn King, a great effort to bring it in. And then she did it again last inning as well. First pitch she'll see is a ball, 1-0 the count. And now 2-0 as that one sent in high as well. On deck awaits J.C. Olson, who got the scoring started for her team. 2-0 the count here. LaFramboise at the plate, and she'll hit it sky high. Looks like it'll stay in the infield, and Burns calling everyone off. That'll be an error by Yankton. Now taking off for second and reaching safely is Peyton LaFramboise. And that felt like a must-have for Yankton to bring it in for out 2. Now you've got a runner on second with just 1 out. Coach Muth here is going to chat with the umpire. Thought she was maybe out at second. It'll be a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. Locally owned for 4 generations. Call them for water softening and purification, salt, reverse osmosis needs, and bottled water. That's Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton. And now Muth will head back to the dugout, and we've got a runner on second. 1 out. J.C. Olson at the plate. She's 1 for 1 with a home run in this game. The cleanup hitter here for the Tigers, and this was the stretch of hitters where the Tigers really did well. Sheldon scoops up the wild pitch, throws it down to second. LaFramboise will slide back in safely. 1-0 the count here. If you're Elwood, you're probably thinking, I do not want to give anything good to Olson here, as she sent it deep into center field. That one comes in high, ball 2. Two-0 the count here. Now 3-0 as that one gets to the backstop, and LaFramboise will take third. Olson now leads 3-0 in the count. And after that last at-bat from J.C. Olson, a walk I don't think would be the worst thing you could do. 3-0 the count here. So that one just misses, and it will be a walk, a 1-3 situation here for the Tigers. That's Brenna Elwood's first walk of the game. 1 out with a 1-3 situation. It brings up Alexis Fye to the plate. Harrisburg has not scored in this inning, but threatening to do so here as Yankton looking to hold them. Fresh count for a new hitter here. Elwood sends it in. A fake bunt, and now our throw down to second. And they'll say safe at second. 0-1 the count here as the bunt was pulled back, but it was called a strike, and Muth is going to challenge the call here. Again, she's going to head out and chat with the umpire and see where the miss was as she gets an explanation here. And now the umpires will meet up. We'll step aside. When we return, we'll have your answer for you if it's an out or a runner on second.
Les Schwab Tires, located at 2809 Broadway in Yankton. It's the place to buy tires with all different tread types to fit your needs and rims ready to make your vehicle shine. Not only do they sell tires, they fix them too. Flats, brakes, alignments, and more. You can feel confident that your car will be taken care of. No waiting for your tires, they should have them in stock. If you're looking for tractor or semi-tires, those are available too. Les Schwab Tires, where the sign says it all.
And as we come back after the umpires talk things over, they will decide. Olson was out at second on the throwdown here, so it is a runner on third with 2 outs here for the Tigers. And after that, Coach Flemmer then wanted an explanation. And, you know, as a coach, you got to see, hey, why'd you overturn it? And don't blame him one bit as that one fouled off. I do believe it was the right call at second. Certainly looked like the tag got down. So Isabel Sheldon, a great throw in. That can be the momentum Yankton needs to try and get out of this inning without giving up runs. 0-2 the count here, and that one fouled up, out of play again. Alexis Fye at the plate. She's 1 for 1, hit a single in her last at bat. On deck awaits Kennedy Kokenge, and in the hole, Maya Gibson. In their first time around, they went 3 for 3 with 2 homers and a single. And that one lined out into center field. It's going to drop in front of Callie Koletsky. An RBI single off the bat of Alexis Fye. Alexis Fye now 2 for 2 in the game. She'll be the first hitter with 2 base hits. 5-2 it'll make your score. Harrisburg leads with Kennedy Kokenge at the plate. Sits on a called strike. 1-0-1 the count. Kokenge sent it over the left field fence in her last at bat. And she'll look to repeat again now. You always got to be careful after your last at bat's a home run. Make sure to not swing too hard to try and repeat it. Just treat it like any other at bat. 1-1 the count here. And a line drive into right field. Gurney can't get a glove on it quite. It goes to the fence. And that one a base hit again for Kennedy Kokenge. Tigers want to score another. They're going to. An RBI triple to make it 6-2. Alexis Fye brings it all the way around. Kennedy Kokenge a triple, so she's got a home run and a triple now. She wants to go for the cycle. She's certainly got the tough 2 out of the way. Maya Gibson now at the plate has a runner on third, 2 out she faces. 6-2, the largest lead we've seen for either side as that one hits the outside zone. 0-1 the count. Each team with an error here in the game. As that one gets to the backstop and bounces off. Luckily for Yankton, it'll keep Kokenge at third. One and one, make it 2-1. Gibson at the plate. She's the 7th hitter in the lineup for the Tigers. She's 1 for 1. And she hit the final home run we've seen so far today. 2-1, it's now 3-1 as that one bounces into the glove of Sheldon. The 3-1 pitch, it is ball 4 and a walk. Again, 2 runners here for the Tigers as Elwood, her second walk, both coming in this inning. Reese Moody at the plate here, her second attempt. Flew out to right center in her first at bat. Looking for a hit here, would for sure score 1 for her team. Elwood sends it in, and it's off the bat foul. A 1-year count here for Moody at the plate. No swing there. It's high, ball 1. Even up at 1-1 on the count. 2 outs, and Yankton had 2 outs before any runs came across. Looking here to close it out and keep it a 4-run game. That one fouled off again. 1-2 now the count for Moody. That throwdown from Sheldon with the 1-3 situation, getting that out at second, that's going to make you maybe second guess sending you a runner from first to second. You've got another 1-3 situation. We have not seen Gibson take off yet. We'll see if we do so here with 2 strikes in the count. 1-2 the count. And a line drive into deep center. It's over the head of Koletsky to the fence again for the Tigers. They're going to score 2 on this one. A 2 RBI double. Harrisburg's lead is up to 6. Kokenge scores. Maya Gibson scores. And now Reese Moody, the 2 RBI double. Back-to-back innings with 4 runs for the Tigers. And Anna Simonik now, her second at bat. She's the 9th hitter for the Tigers. So on deck now, the top of Harrisburg's lineup. This is the 8th hitter of this inning for the Tigers as they continue to put up runs. That one close and hits the zone, 1-1. One ball, one strike, a swing and a miss here. 1-2 now the count. And the 2-strike pitch fouled off out of play. So Simonic hangs in there, gets a piece of it. Another 1-2 count. Elwood fires it in again, this time well high, ball 2, and Sheldon snags it up. Runner will stay put at second. It's Reese Moody on second. Simonic at the plate. Leah Knutson on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. As this one hit high up, it's going to stay in the infield, and September Rao calls off everyone, and she'll bring it in for the 3rd and final out here in the top of the 3rd. Tigers put up 4 runs again off of 3 base hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. Yankton with some work to do now at the plates. When we return, leading things off will be the cleanup hitter in Brooklyn King with September Rao on deck. It's here on Yankton Streaming on YouTube.
Authentic Mexican food goods with the family touch is here in Yankton at Angela's Mexican Store. From fresh produce and meats to the spices and the snacks you miss from home. Traveling or just moved? No problem. They accept money from many different countries. Check out the different kinds of money on the wall. Family owned, family loved. They treat you like family. Angela's Mexican Store, where culture meets community. Stop in today.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
And back here for the bottom of the 3rd inning, leading things off, Brooklyn King is Reese Moody, still the pitcher here for the Tigers, sends the first pitch in low. King is 1 for 1 in the game and picked up a couple of RBIs. It was the 2 runs that Yankton scored in this one. Fouls off the next one, 1-1 the count. And Brooklyn King coming off a game where she went 1 for 3 with a double. It's been a good season for the junior, batting a .396 entering this game. Off of the base hit, probably right around 400 on the season. Next one comes in high, ball 2. Hitting over 300, always a very good sign. And if you can near that 400 mark, a very good season. King with a 2-1 count here. Fouls off another one off a tree. It bounces, and into the stands it goes. 2-2. September Rao waits on deck. Isabel Sheldon in the hole. That one just outside. Count is now full. Can we have seen a lot of full counts here in today's game up to this point? Yankton needing some runs. They trail 8-2 against the Harrisburg Tigers, who look like they're just going to continue putting up runs as a hard hit into right field by King, but it'll be brought in. A nice read on it from Hayden Nold, who pulls it in for the out. Nold got a good read on it, ran right to it, pulls it in, 1 up, 1 down, and September Rao now at the plate for Yankton. September was walked in her last at bat. As she'll take a called strike 1 off of the first pitch, 0-1. The 0-1 here from Moody. Swing and a miss there from Rao. Again, it's kind of that outside spot where you're not sure, is this getting called or not. Like the swing there from Rao, but now faces an 0-2 count and will be forced to protect the plate. That one comes in inside, some zip on it from the hand of Moody. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 count here, 1 out, no runners on. Moody sends it in, and it's rung up for strike 3. Moody's got another. She's up to 5 in the game. Isabel Sheldon now at the plate batting for Yankton, faces 2 outs with no runners on. Sheldon at the plate, Brenna Elwood on deck. A swing and a miss there from Sheldon, as seems as if Reese Moody has certainly found her rhythm in the circle. That one, again, hits that outside zone, 0-2, and Moody, this inning's kind of made a living there, and it's working out. And the 0-2, strike 3, she'll go down swinging, as it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Yankton. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base. We are through 3 innings here, and Harrisburg currently up 8-2. When we return, Tigers back at the plate. Leading things off will be the top of their lineup in Leah Knutson. It's here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
The Bonesetter Chiropractic, Yankton. I'm Dr. TJ Stotes. When you need chiropractic, we're here. We use a hands-on approach, decompression traction, electrical stimulation, acupuncture, and state-of-the-art examination techniques. We're happy to offer exercise and supplement advice as well. The Bonesetter Chiropractic, 215 Mulberry, Suite 9, Yankton. Call or text 605-401-5701. Bringing you comfort when there's discomfort.
Triple Time Rudy's on the corner of 16th and Broadway, Yankton. Stop in and check out their wide variety of items. Grab some snacks, whether you want chips, popcorn, or something sweet, they have it. Ice cold beverages, or when you need that boost in the morning, coffee. You can also grab the best locally produced meats, meat sticks, and cheeses in the area. Guaranteed fresh. For those hot days, grab a freezy too. Get all your car needs and 5 cents off a gallon when using cash. All at Triple Time Rudy's, Yankton. Back onto the field here, Yankton back into the field as the Tigers a chance to extend their lead. It was 2-0 after the first inning. Yankton led, and since Harrisburg has answered well, outscoring Yankton 8-0 in the second and third innings of action. So Leah Knutson will lead things off. She's the leadoff hitter for the Tigers, as she looks to reach base for the first time of the game here. 1-0 the count she'll open with. And fouls one off to make it 1-1. Yankton right now kind of hoping they can hang in there here and eliminate runs here for the Tigers. Next one finds a zone for a 1-2 count. You know the Tigers will put up runs, just have to limit how many. As a swing and a miss, Elwood's got the first out herself. A strikeout in her second of the game. And that one feels good for the Yankton defense, getting the first one with no runners. And it brings up Elise Gross to the plate with Peyton LaFramboise on deck. 1 out, no runners on. Gross struck out last time at the plate, now sends one deep into left center, and again another 1-run home run. Elise Gross with her first base hit of the game, and it's a good one. She'll touch all 4, and that is now home run number 4 in the game for the Tigers.
Now batting, number 20, Peyton LaFramboise.
Now the designated player in Peyton LaFramboise at the plate. Reached on an error in the third inning. One out, she faces no runners on. Takes the first pitch inside, 1-0. Next one got away from her. 2-0 the count. Brenna Elwood in the circle. Isabel Sheldon behind home plate here for Yankton. It is a 9-2 lead here for the Tigers. A quick 3-0 count here, and La Framboise leads in the count here, one pitch away from a walk. That would be Elwood's third in the game. And it will be a 4-pitch walk. Tigers with a base runner.
Now batting, number 19, J.C. Olson.
Brings up J.C. Olson to the plate, who was walked in her last at-bat. She's 1 for 1 in the game. 1 out and a runner on first she faces. On deck, Alexis Fye. No swing there from Olson, and it's called for a strike one. Next one comes in high. 1-1 the count even up at. One ball, one strike here. J.C. Olson working against Brenna Elwood and hits it high up. A chance for out number 2 here. Sheldon calls off the rest and pulls it in for an out.
Now batting, number 4, Alexis Fye.
And that brings up Alexis Fye to the plate, the center fielder for the Tigers. She's 2 for 2 with 2 singles in this game. 2 outs, a runner on second. Thought about it, held off, but it will be called for a strike either way. The 0-1, high and away. Fye thought about it, held off. It's the right call. Coming up after this half inning, we've got our mid-game stat breakdown brought to you by Grassland Heating and Cooling. As that one hit high up in the infield again. Burns calls off everyone, and it is brought in for out number 3 as that will wrap up this inning of action here. Tigers with 1 run off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base here in this inning. As well, every hit for the Tigers basically has been a home run, it feels like. And they're just doing a nice job of hitting the ball, putting it into play, and it's resulted in runs being scored for the Tigers. At our halfway point, it's 9-2. Harrisburg leads the Yankton Gazelles. This is your mid-game stat breakdown brought to you by Grassland Heating and Cooling, your local Bosch home comfort dealer. Welcome to the family. Harrisburg with 9 runs. It's off of 8 hits, 1 error in the field, and 2 left on base. Of course, their record at 16-1 this year. Yankton with 2 runs they've scored off of 2 hits. They've got 1 error in the field as well and have left 4 on base. Their record, 8-10. A win here would go a long ways for the Gazelles and their chances of hosting the Sodak 16 game. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, leading off will be Brenna Elwood for the Gazelles as Yankton looks to get some runs back here. They've given up 9 over the course of the last 3 in the field and now looking to get some back. They trail 7. It's certainly not insurmountable. As Brenna Elwood leading us off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 0 for 1 in the game. She had that 3-2 count where she fouled off countless pitches and ended up going down watching. First pitch she'll see outside, ball 1. Brenna Elwood at the plate. On deck here will be Jordan Kudera. A big cut there from Elwood. And a miss, 1-1. Next one bounces off the plate, 2-1 as the umpire wanting to say something here to Reese Moody about maybe if she's not staying in the lines or of some sorts here. Either way, play will continue. 2-1 your count here. No outs and no runners on as Brenna Elwood, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th for Yankton. Yankton could really use a couple of runs here in this inning. The 2-1, it's now 3-1. Elwood with a hitter's count here as Moody, no walks in her last inning, struck out 2 in that inning as well. She's up to 6 in the game, now faces a 3-1 count with Brenna Elwood sitting on a called strike 2. Count is full yet again. Last time we saw Elwood foul off a handful of 2-strike pitches. We'll see how this one plays out with 3 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. It'll be ball 4, and Elwood takes first off of a walk. Yankton with a leadoff runner, and now, for the first time of the game, Jordan Kudera at the plate. And we're going to have a runner for Brenna Elwood as well. Olivia Puck in her place, as Jordan Kudera will bat. So Yankton an opportunity here, their best opportunity since that first inning of action, as last inning was 3 up, 3 down. In the second inning, they didn't get a runner on until there was already 2 outs. And Jordan Kudera now enters the game, batting in place of Madison Musfelt, her first time of the game at the plate. Fresh count here, Kudera fouls it off, 0-1 the count. Kudera, 1 pitch she's seen so far in the game, looking to get another runner on as Puck stands on first. The next one misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Kudera swing and a miss, 1-2. That one may be a touch high. Now she's seen a few and has to fight it off with 2 strikes here. Eliza Gurney awaits on deck. Kudera with a handful of varsity at-bats this season, and she'll be called on strike 3 here. Moody picks up her 7th of the game. And now Eliza Gurney at the plate for Yankton. A runner on first and 1 out she faces. Callie Koletsky awaits on deck. And Gurney hits that one towards the third base, the third base side, fouls it off, and now faces an 0-1 count. That one just curved enough. Where it wouldn't stay fair. 0-1 the count she faces, the 9th hitter in Yankton's lineup. As she'll sit on that one, a called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes here. Gurney to protect the plate here. Moody will send it in, and Gurney a foul ball here to stay at the plate. Gurney 0 for 1 in the game, looking for her first hit. Gazelles right now only 2 base hits in the game. They come off the bats of Brooklyn King and Callie Koletsky. The 0-2, and Gurney ropes that one hard into right center. That one's going to be extra bases, and Yankton has runners on second and third. Gurney a double, and Yankton in scoring position here. Olivia Puck over to third, Gurney the double. And the top of the lineup here for Yankton. A good situation to try and get some runs here. Callie Koletsky at the plate. She's 1 for 1, was walked in her first at bat. Had a base hit in her last one. It was a line drive up the middle and looks to repeat it. Now a dribbler to Moody, and she'll pick it up, check the runners, goes 1, and gets out number 2. And Ava Gerard now at the plate here. A 1-pitch out there, and that took a lot of weight off the shoulders of the Tigers defense, because now they just need to worry about this one hitter. Ava Gerard, a grounder over to third it goes. It's picked up, and the throw to first will make it just in time. The hesitation to throw it home, and then Gerard grounds out. Had she reached safely, it would have been a run coming across here for Yankton, Instead, that wraps up our 4th inning of action, and Yankton no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We enter the 5th inning. It's 9-2. Harrisburg leads and is at the plate.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Top of the 5th inning here, and the Gazelles in the field. Harrisburg at the plate. They lead 7. It's 9-2, your current score. And Harrisburg put up all 9 of those runs in the last 3 innings. They were held scoreless in the first, has scored in each inning since. Kennedy Kokenge at the plate. 2 for 2 with a home run and a triple. Certainly a nice start for her at the plate, and fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Elwood sends it in, and a hard hit line drive down the third baseline. Kokenge again with extra bases. She'll take second, and that's where she's going to hold up. If she gets a single in the remainder of this game, she's got the cycle. A double, a triple, and a home run for the shortstop. And it brings up Maya Gibson to the plate here for the Tigers. 9 base hits for Harrisburg here. Of those 9 hits, 4 of them home runs. Maya Gibson's 1 for 1 with a home run. She was also walked in her last at bat. Faces no outs with a runner on second. First pitch she'll take is a ball. 1-0 the count. And a hard hit grounder that gets through into right field. Another base hit for Harrisburg, and they're going to score off of it. An RBI single for Maya Gibson, who's now 2 for 2. So back-to-back hits for the Tigers leads to a 10-2 lead. 2 hits, 1 run scored here in the top of the 5th. Reese Moody now at the plate. Anna Simonik on deck. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Now if you're Yankton, you're kind of eyeballing that score. After 5 complete innings is that 10-run rule. Right now it's at 8 with the Tigers working at the plate. They throw down here to first, and reaching back safely is Maya Gibson. One and one, now 1 and 2 as that one ticked back into the glove of Sheldon. One and 2 the count here. Yankton looking for out number 1 of this top of the 5th, and another foul ball off the bat of Moody. Moody at the plate, the 8th hitter in the lineup. She's 1 for 2 with a double in her last at bat. Anna Simonik awaits on deck, and in the hole, the top of the lineup for Harrisburg. That one hit into left field, and Ava Gerard able to track it down and bring it in for an out. Yankton with a much-needed out there. They'll pick up 1. Anna Simonik now at the plate. Leah Knutson on deck. Runner remains on first in Maya Gibson. First pitch comes in high, misses for ball 1. And that one sent high up deep into left field, and see you later. Another home run here for Harrisburg. They're up 12-2. Well, and as I said, This Tigers team, it doesn't matter where they're hitting in the lineup. 1 through 9 is very capable, and you just saw it, the 9th hitter sending that one way over the fence in left field. And it is 12-2. Harrisburg leads with their 5th home run of the game. So a clean slate on the plates here. 1 out, and Leah Knutson batting again for the 4th time here for Harrisburg. Elwood misses low, 1-0. The 1-0, this one sent up in the air into shallow center field. Callie Koletsky will pull it in for an out. So even if Yankton holds off here and doesn't give up any more runs, they are going to need a run in the bottom half of this inning to keep the game alive. Elise Gross now at the plate, 1 for 3 with a home run. 2 out, she faces no runners on. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. The 0-1. It's high up, 1-1 now the count. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. No runners on, and Elise Gross at the plate here, the left fielder for Harrisburg. Peyton LaFramboise awaits on deck. Two, 1 the count. Now 3-1 as that one sent in high. Three balls, 1 strike, and a couple of outs. It's hit high up. And Brooklyn King tracking it over at second, and that is brought in for our 3rd out here in the top of the 5th. Yankton's going to need a run as we send it to the bottom of the 5th. 12-2, the Tigers lead this one. When we return, leading off for Yankton will be Jocelyn Burns. Brooklyn King on deck. It's the 3 and 4 hitters.
At Anytime Fitness Yankton, your fitness journey starts with 1 step. And Anytime Fitness will be with you every step of the way. Open 24 hours a day with top-of-the-line equipment and guidance you need to reach your goals. Plus, your membership gives you access to every Anytime Fitness gym anywhere. No matter your goals, no matter the time, you belong at Anytime Fitness Yankton. Located at 2509 Fox Run Parkway. Start today at Anytime Fitness, where your fitness journey never stops.
Back to the field. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Yankton needs a run. It's 12-2. Harrisburg leads. Leading off will be Jocelyn Burns with Brooklyn King on deck. September Rao in the hole. And Burns, 0 for 2 in the game, due up for a base hit here. No better time. A very good hitter here for the Gazelles. And doesn't necessarily need a hit. Yankton just needs a base runner here to try and bring one across and send it to the 6th inning. One 0 the count. A foul ball there for Burns. 1-1 the count. And a hard hit grounder off of the glove at third. Burns trying to run it out. Can't quite get there in time. And it will be a 5-3 put away. A nice recovery at third for Maya Gibson as it brings up Brooklyn King to the plate. That pitch low, ball 1. King is 1 for 2 in the plate. A 1-0, now 1-1 as it's sent and hits the inside zone. One and one here, and a foul ball off the bat of King. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one just misses outside. One of those nice misses from the hand of Reese Moody. Two, a swing and a miss. And Yankton down to their final out here as Reese Moody picks up strikeout number 8 in the game. It brings up September Rao to the plate, and Yankton needs a run. September Rao at the plate. Isabel Sheldon on deck. First pitch is low, misses ball 1. If this does wrap up our game, we'll have our First Dakota National Bank post-game show coming up, as well as our Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton hot hitter of the game. And the next one, low and inside for ball 2. Rao reached on a walk earlier in the game, is 0 for 1. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it up, and out of play it goes. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike here for September Rao. 2 outs and no runners on. Yankton at the plates here, and Rao, a dribbler over to the on-deck circle. A foul ball, 2-2. Yankton needing a run here to push it to the 6th inning to try and keep this game alive. It's a 2-2 count, 2 outs. September Rao at the plate working against Reese Moody. As that one just misses outside, count is now full. A payoff pitch coming up here for Reese Moody. Three-two your count, 2 outs, and Rao lines it into left center. It drops. A base hit here for Yankton, and Rao's going to take off for second where she reaches safely. A much-needed base hit for the Gazelles, and Rao gets a double. Rao on second, Isabel Sheldon now at the plate, and Yankton a runner on for a chance to keep this game alive. That is hit number 4 in the game for the Gazelles. Sheldon now looking for her first hit of the game. If it's put into the outfield, Rao's probably taken off for home. First pitch she sees in this at bat, called for a strike, 0-1 the count. That one, high and away, 1-1 the count. Brenna Elwood awaits on deck. Isabel Sheldon at the plate, Rao on second. 1-1 your count here, and Sheldon lofts it up, and not very high. It'll drop foul. As tracking it was Leah Knutson, couldn't quite get to it. And it's a 1-2 count here. Sheldon back to protecting the plate. The 1-2 count here. It's sent in, and Sheldon got a piece of it. No, she didn't. It was strike 3, but dropped. And she's thrown out at first for the final out of our game here. Had she reached, Rao would have been on third. Instead, that is our final here tonight. Yankton falls 12-2 to the Harrisburg Tigers. They'll drop to 8-11 on the season. And Harrisburg wins their 17th game in a row, now 17-1 on the season. As we'll step aside for just a moment here when we return our post game, as well as our Kaiser Heating and Cooling hot hitter of the game. You'll want to keep it here on Yankton Streaming on YouTube, and we'll chat a little bit about the upcoming game tomorrow against T-Area.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help.
I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you pics so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team, fixing pickles since 1984.
Stunning flowers from Pied Piper are the finishing touch on your most perfect wedding day. We are your full-service florist with the experience and knowledge to design the perfect wedding flowers, sure to make all your wedding flower dreams come true. Brides, bridesmaids, boutonnieres, corsages, ceremony reception, and all event work are our specialty. Your style, your day, your vision. Pied Piper Flowers makes it happen. Pied Piper Flowers, your wedding florist.
Hi, it's Linda. Welcome to my store located at 1101 Broadway in Yankton. The spring and summer clothes are in for the ladies, sizes 4 through 20. Update your closet with the newest fashions and some jewelry. The kids department, sizes 2 to 8, has Under Armour and Mayoral and others. I have baptism gowns and baby clothes 0 to 24 months. Stop in and look around. Gift certificates are available anytime.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family. We have an experienced and caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments. We take pride in educating our patients. Whether you need fillings, crowns or bridges, dental implants, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox, come visit us at 1818 Broadway Avenue. And remember, we take care of the entire family.
Hi, I'm Franny Kiefer with the Yankton School District Alumni Association. We strive to create a community of alumni and friends who support extracurricular and educational opportunities in the Yankton School District. Through scholarships, grants, innovative education opportunities, and staff appreciation. With us, you will keep connected to a community of Yankton School District alumni and friends all over. You can help continue to pay it forward and help future graduates. Register today at the Yankton School District Alumni Association website.
Yankton Rexall in the Meridian District, Yankton, for all your gifts and decor needs. It's the only place in town to find both Hallmark ornaments and cards for any occasion. They also have Willow Tree and Precious Moments collectibles, the perfect anniversary and wedding gifts, nativity scenes, Watkins products, and single $1 chocolates. The Yankton Rexall Pharmacy for all your prescription needs. Yankton Rexall at the corner of 3rd and Douglas, downtown Yankton.
And back on our First Dakota National Bank postgame show, your final score 12-2 with the Tigers defeating the Yankton Gazelles. Yankton now 8-11 on the season and Harrisburg 17-1. Your final stats in this one, Yankton with 2 runs off of 4 hits, 1 error in the field, 6 left on base. 12 runs for Harrisburg off of 11 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. At the plate, Callie Koletsky went 1 for 2 with a single, was walked as well. Ava Gerard went 0 for 2 with a walk. Jocelyn Burns 0 for 3 but did reach on an error. Brooklyn King was 1 for 3 with a single. September Rao 1 for 2 with a double and reached on a walk. Isabel Sheldon was 0 for 3. Brenna Elwood went 0 for 1 but did reach on a walk. Madison Musfelt 0 for 1. Jordan Cooter was 0 for 1. And Eliza Gurney was 1 for 2 with a double. As it's time for your Kaiser Heating and Cooling Hot Hitter of the Game, Yankton's original and most trusted heating and cooling professionals for over 76 years. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, 808 West 23rd Street of Yankton. Today's game will give the hot hitter of the game, brought to you by Kaiser Heating and Cooling, to September Rao. Went 1 for 2, hit a very important double, and nearly was able to bring it around here for a score to keep the game rolling. Was also walked. Unfortunately, just wasn't quite enough for the Gazelles. As now joined by head coach Jill Muth of the Gazelles. And coach, the final score 12-2, but you know, one of those feels like hats off to Harrisburg. They certainly came out and hit the ball well.
Yeah, you look at their scores all year long, and they score runs. I mean, they hit the ball. I think they had 5 home runs today, and you know, Brenna is more of a fly ball pitcher, and so sometimes that's the way it goes. They they hit the ball really hard today. So hats off to them, and go again tomorrow.
Absolutely. And, what is that conversation look like with a young pitcher after that? Because, I mean, she did a nice job. She, threw a lot of strikes, only walked 3. Just unfortunately came against one of the, if not the best hitting team in Double-A.
Yeah, I mean, that's, we just told her, just keep throwing strikes. Do what you can, keep throwing strikes. That's all we're going to ask of you is just find a way to throw strikes, and hopefully we can make some plays behind you. And I think we did on the balls that stayed in the park. I thought we made some nice plays, and, unfortunately just few of them too many went out of the park, so.
And pretty good defensive showing from your team, as I've got you down for just that 1 error in the game. So that would be in your last 12 innings in the field, 1 total error. What does that show you of your team growing throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're doing all right. Brooklyn King made a couple of really nice plays at second base today, and then we, are just doing a little bit better, I think, at making those plays that we should make. So hopefully we can continue that into tomorrow, and then into our postseason run.
And let's talk about tomorrow, as bright and early in the morning against T Area, as that just got switched up not so long ago here. Varsity expected to play at 9:30 tomorrow morning in T Area, and that could be a very big game. It could be the difference between a 10 and 11 seed, possibly a 9. It depends on how all the other games in Double-A all pan out.
Yep, absolutely. I just told the girls, I said this game has been rescheduled twice now, and it's one they want to play because it's their senior night, but it's one we want to play because we want to go get that, that highest seed we can. So it's it's a big game for both teams, I think, tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate the time, and we'll be talking with you here before the game tomorrow and after, and then into the Sodak 16. Appreciate the time throughout the season.
Yeah, thank you, Zach. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate it.
Again, that was head coach Jill Muth here of the Yankton Gazelles to wrap up our First Dakota National Bank postgame show. That about does it for us here tonight, or today, I should say, 2 o'clock only, as we pretty much wrap it up here. Tomorrow morning, 9:30, they take on T Area. We'll have coverage here in Yankton streaming on YouTube.
This has been a presentation of Yankton High School Softball on Yankton streaming on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and join us next time for all the action.